Everybody, Professor Doom here. This guy's analysis intrigued me and piqued my interest very much so. So he talks about Psalms 23. Now, there's a very interesting reason for his analysis, and I do believe he's correct, is that there are celestial objects that are passing through the constellation Virgo. And all of them have a name, but they also have a number associated with them as well, which is very, very interesting because according to his analysis, these numbers absolutely match word for word in the Strong's Concordance for the words from Psalms 23. Why is this important? Well, we've been talking about this Nishimura comet that was for the most part, remained stationary up in its location before all of a sudden it just started moving and headed towards the head of Leo the Lion. And it's making its way towards the constellation Virgo. And it's going to exit the womb of Virgo. And this is all part of the book of Revelation. Okay. So what is interesting? What has piqued my interest? Well, if you guys remember your iPet GoatII video, did anybody ever see Psalms 23 written on the wall right there after it shows Obama dripping like a bead of sweat down his face? And he's looking out the school class window as the American flag is rent in two. Psalms 23. Let's listen to his analysis, and then we'll go take a look at iPet GoatII once again.
What if I told you I found one word from Psalm 23 in Virgo during the Fall Feast, during the Feast of Trumpets? What if I told you I found two? What if I told you I found three? You'd be pretty intrigued. What if I told you I found almost 22 words from Psalm 23 in the constellation Virgo during the Feast of Trumpets? Wow. Psalm 23 is very prophetic. It's got 6 verses. Let me show you what I've found. I don't know how else to present it, but in the way that I'm going to do it right now. I think it's incredible. Here we go. Let's flip the camera around. So here we have the Bible words here. We've got the Hebrew Strong's number associated with those Bible words here. And we have the asteroid names associated with these numbers right here. So this is the asteroid that's in Virgo. That's the number of that asteroid. But this is also the number that you'll see in the Bible beside the word the Lord in Psalm 23. So what we've done is we made the connection between the asteroids and the word in Psalm 23. And we connected it with these numbers. And it just so happens that all these asteroids are in the Virgo area this 2023 Feast of Trumpets time. And here's the words. So I will go ahead and just show you the words here. The Lord is my shepherd, want. He maketh me to lie down. He leadeth still waters. He restoreth me in the paths. Verse 4. Yea, I walk through the valley, I will fear thou. Me in the presence of mine enemies, thou anoint with oil. Goodness and mercy of the Lord forever. In other words, what I'll do now is I'll put up a little picture of where all the verses are in this area. I'm not going to actually pinpoint where they are, but I'm going to show you just another way to visually see this. And I'm going to read Psalm 23 in its entirety with this picture on the screen. The Lord is my shepherd.
I will let you all go ahead and read that for yourself if you so choose. But let's take a look at the iPet GoatII, because I just put up a video earlier today about the green dragon or Draco, and I showed you the apocalyptic murals at the Johns Hopkins University. Okay? It's the very first video I put up today, I do believe. It is, as a matter of fact. And the fact that it shows us the green dragon on the wall, it showed us Draco, the green-faced guy who was in the television set, with the tail. And you know what's so crazy about this is that this comet, this Hideo Nishimura, is supposed to be coming through the constellation Virgo and exiting the womb, where at around this same exact time that he's talking about. And I don't think that all of these numbers associated with the comets in reference to the words of this, and I should say in reference of Psalms 23, and having Psalms 23 on the wall in iPad GoatII is an accident. It's not coincidence, and it's not an accident. Let's take a look. And as a matter of fact, it'll be hard for you to see that it's Psalms 23, but it is indeed what the guy who claims to have created the video says, that is the chapter of Psalms on the wall. So if you look there below the blackboard, and you know what's interesting, it's really weird. I make a video about the brain and how it's being affected by electromagnetic impulses, and you got a brain right there next to the green dragon, which is very interesting. So I'm going to just play this forward a little bit, and then I'm going to show you the Psalms 23. In case some of you people who are just kind of fresh to this, or you never even really knew what it said, well, you're going to see what it says right here. To get this as best as we can. Do you see it? Psalms 23. Psalms 23. And here's my thing, everybody. Here's my thing. How did they know a green comet would be passing through the constellation Virgo to fulfill the prophetic visions of the book of Revelation? And why did they use all of these numbers that are associated with these objects, asteroids, comets, whatever, that are passing through the constellation Virgo? Why do they all have these numbers associated with these? We must know who's behind all of this. And I find it very striking that the Heliofont website had a very peculiar message. Peculiar, is that the right word? I don't even want to say peculiar. I want to say, I don't even want to say odd. Very mysterious. I don't want to say what it is here because it'll definitely probably get me a strike. But if you guys remember what he put on his website here recently about a certain demographic of people, or a certain group of individuals of people who are very bad. That's what he said. And does he know something about what they've planned? Is somebody or some group of people intentionally, have they found a way to control this comet with CERN? Is it possibly the X-37B ship that they've been putting up into space that's able to fly around the earth for 400 and some odd days they're talking about? Is that what they're using to control something? I don't know. But I do know if you put this all together as a whole, it's very, very intriguing and very interesting. Why is Psalms 23 on this wall? Why is everything that's look like it's going right now? It appears as if President Biden is intentionally destroying this country. Intentionally. But we know it's not him. We know it's someone who's pulling the puppet strings, just like what you've seen here in iPad GoatII. Their strings are being pulled. Someone's pulling those strings. And as you can see, it's some kind of reptilian entity who has a serpent ring on his hand. Who fits that bill? Do you remember the serpent, the fire-breathing dragon serpent that I just showed you in the apocalyptic murals? Do you see this entity Draco, this Enki, this Saturn, this Cronus, the exact same entity that all of these corporate logos are venerating this being, this entity? That is who's running the show. Who is telling them to number these comets or these asteroids or these celestial objects in the exact same numbers to fit in line with this Psalms 23? And what does this mean for the United States when you're seeing iPad Go tell you that the United States flag is rent in two, means we are in deep shizzle? That's all I can say about that. Hopefully you guys are seeing exactly what I'm talking about. Thanks, everybody.